Good afternoon, garden friends. I first want to thank everyone for their comments, their support on watching our construction of our courtyard pergola. And within some of the comments, we were asked, how much did it cost? How long did it take? Uh, can you let your husband be more on camera so we can see exactly what he is doing? Is that something doable?
Well, you wanted me to get all dressed up for this. I thought we were going to church.
So, guys, what we would like to do is just walk you through the process, the costs, the amount of time that it ended up taking us, and some of the lumps and bumps, because like I said, with us doing the majority of the work ourselves, anything within our yard, he built and I helped, in regards to assisting where I could. And then the things that I could handle myself, I just went ahead and did it. So we'll address the first question in regards to the cost that it took us to build the beautiful pergola.
A lot.
Is it not? So, I mean, let's be honest,
Do I get combat pay
So,
for this too?
in regards to what did it cost us, an estimate? I mean, I know we have the receipts, somewhere. So,
Well, it's a lot cheaper if you were to pay someone to do it. No, I would say with everything, concrete, all the little, everything, I would say $1,000 to $1,100,
okay, and that,
depending upon your region. Where you go.
and I.
We don't have the Menards. I wish we did down there. It probably would have been about 500.
We are not being sponsored by Menards. We just happen to love them when we lived up north. Okay, so when you say between 1,000 to 1,100, that is tied into the size that we chose. It would probably be
Right.
more, if someone chose to build something bigger, right?
It's 10 by 12, and
What's the height?
taller than me.
So-
Well, the bottom of the want to ensure there's head height for anybody taller. Us tall folks have to stick together. But the bottom of the 2x10s, we have it at 7 foot. So therefore, 7.5 inches from there, it's almost 8 foot to the
so
very top.
So that, that ended up being something that we ended up taking into consideration. Now, when it comes to like the supplies, I mean, I know some of the supplies that you got, but what were the supplies initially to get the structure of it up and then the finishing pieces that you ended up getting?
Well, first you have to consider where you're building it, what's needed. Now, for example, we did it in the dirt. Now, there's different types of bracing for concrete. I would have chosen a different route than those caps, the metal caps that I use that are more substantial, but they're a lot more money. So, but we were able to solve it because it was still a little bit rickety. By building the box or at the base, once I poured or had it all set in and filled in where the previous block was, then I was able to build that box while it was still damp and fill that with concrete. That filled in all the gaps between the wood, because there's a 1-inch gap between from the bottom of the post to where the concrete, to avoid water and rot. So all that was able to fill that void. When it hardened up, it stiffened up. Plus the corner braces help keep it from leaking.
So, in regards to supplies, what were the supplies that you got to build this particular
along
thing?
with that's part of the initial supplies, and on what you're going to use. with the weight on this compared to the, it's pretty much the same design as for the one up in the north end of the garden. You have a tarp. You don't have all that additional weight with all the wood in the center. So I had to ensure putting the 5.5-inch lag bolts in to the post, just to make sure that over time they don't let loose or nothing sags. The centerpiece, double 2x4 brace that I have, each with two bolts on each one that you see, that's to help support the weight in conjunction. So the less that you have, the more that you have everything tied into each other, it's less that you're going to have issues of boards warping and moving on you, which wood is going to move over time. You know, but you have to factor in the screws, which I don't use nails. I use screws on structures. Less tensile strength, but at least they're not going to pull out like you probably see on fences and decks where the nails pull out. So that holds everything together.
So you got like four of the
yeah,
4x4s, right?
Yeah, as far as the lumber, 4x4s, and with the height, I used 8-footers, so I still had a little bit to lop off because I'm cheap and I want to use as minimal as possible with less waste. So when I did the width, if you look at the video, you'll see on this post over here where I had the center concrete, but if you see it, it's a little bit off center on that, and that's fine. That's because going this way is 12 feet, going this way is 10 feet. So it's either you make it to where a 10-foot board fits perfectly with just a little bit of trim if need be, rather than being too short, and then having to buy a 15-foot board, which really increases your cost once you start getting to those lengths. So that was all in part of the figuring and design of it. Same in this way was a little under 10 feet, so we were good to go there. The braces, the corner braces, and figuring out the top.
Okay, so yeah, that was one of the detailed questions that someone wanted.
Well, there's videos on YouTube that you can find, but as far as creating the corner bracing, basically I start with a 2x10 minimal size or 2x12. Once you have that marked out, you can cut out on the bandsaw, which I attempted. It broke down, then I had to use a jigsaw. A lot of sanding, a lot of cleaning up to get the contour that you need. As far as the top, you figure out the inside dimensions on the 2x8s. From the inside length, from one end to the other end. We chose 7 inches for the 2x4s, which is the first layer. Try to divide the total length in inches by 7. You want to try to get it as close to even as possible. We ended up with what, 15? Yeah, 15 2x4s. Now, some of them you're not going to, because the thing's not 100% square. You're never really, especially a one-man show, you're not going to be able to get it. I got most of it within maybe a 1/4 inch, which was actually pretty good. So same thing with the 2x4s on the top. I didn't buy 2x4s. I bought 2x2s. I bought 2x4s. I have the luxury of a table saw in the space where I can rip them down. That saves a lot of money. And plus, I have control on it because once you rip them, again, you're going to get wood movement. But once you rip them, you want to get them fastened down because they will warp overnight. But I did the same thing. We started with 7 on the 2x4s. On the top 2x2s, we took the measurement going this way and divided up. We figured we'll start with 5. And then we went with that. I ended up with 27. It had 28, but you start off on the one side marking the top. Everything. I just happened to have measuring tape. You're always asking about measurement tapes, but basically from the outside edge of the 2x8, you measure from that to whichever end you're looking at. So if I go 7 inches, I want to measure to the next 2x4 this side to 7 inches on this side, and that's how you're measuring it. Same thing with the 2x2s. The 2x2s, basically, because you're going to see spacing, so I had to play with it a little bit. I started out to about middle ways, going that 5-inch mark. Started on this side, doing that 5-inch mark. So visually it looks right. And then you can fudge it a little bit. I ended up taking one, was able to take the one out and get the other ones where over the course of 5 or 6 of them, it may be a difference of a 1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch, but nothing that where you visually can see the difference. That way it overall looks good.
And this is the thing, guys, like I said, very fortunate that he enjoys doing woodwork. And I think he doesn't enjoy as many projects that having on the plate to do for the garden. But
I don't enjoy the time frame.
oh, is it? Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that too, because in my mind, time frame was yesterday. In his mind, it's like 2 weeks down the road. But you know what? It works for us, because we are able to get, things done. Now, there'll be some additional costs, in the courtyard. As I had stated, one of the things that we're going to end up doing is repainting, I should say, the courtyard area. But we're going to wait until all of this pollen gets by us. And those cans are like $40 some for a gallon, and we'll probably need 2 for back here. So this is the thing. Definitely a cost savings, with us doing it ourselves. But at the same time, one of the things that we would like to encourage individuals is to take that leap. May not be something as intricate and as detailed as an arbor, but take that leap of creating your own things for accenting your garden, whether it is window boxes or planters, things that are easy to go ahead and do yourself, and then just gradually build up to it, because there's so much joy while we end up working on projects. He says I crack the whip because it's my time frame. But in my head it's like, hey, we got a schedule, and I am the project manager. He's the executor of my vision, which makes us a really good team when it comes to being able to get these things done.
Fortunately, I know what I'm doing.
So and like I said, we wanted to be able to share with you guys, and let we so appreciate the comments, the engagement, and seeing the courtyard being built. One of the individuals wanted to see more of the actual work that Kevin was doing, instead of me just taking pictures of stages when he may be away. But we do have another huge project that we're going to be working on, and hopefully I can convince him to let me go ahead and video that process, because this one here is going to be another detailed project that we're going to be working on.
Incidentally, that type of video wouldn't be for children. I banged my thumb and I hurt myself, so it'd be a lot of bleeping.
So, well, guys, just wanted to take this moment to thank you. Respond to some of the questions that was asked in the building of the pergola, and let you guys know these were the things that we ended up doing to create first stage of this going to be gorgeous courtyard. Stay tuned, and we look forward to you checking out our next video.